Hi everyone. So this is day 19 of using the Fuji X-E3. Okay, I laugh a little bit because I was never expecting to use a smaller camera from Fuji, and I didn't think I was going to be that impressed by it, but it has been a very wonderful camera to work with, except for a few things, but we'll get to those throughout the series. But going back to the initial review so far, there are a few things that I've discovered about the camera. One, using the 16mm f1.4, I'm liking it, especially if I'm taking pictures of buildings or, just nature in general. Taking, kind of wide scenes. It works pretty well, especially if I have like a lanyard or something, a strap with it. It can hang a little bit. It's a little bit heavy, but definitely much better than something like the 1655 lens, which I really like. I mean, if you want to buy something that's very versatile, you can definitely get the 1655 and you really will like it for pictures. Now, as for video, that's a different story. I mean, you probably need some type of monopod, tripod. One thing that I have noticed about the Fuji X-E3 is that in video mode, if the aperture and the ISO are being used, I can change those settings. I was really surprised. So there was a few days ago, I was filming at 1/60th of a second and I had it on some fixed ISO and some fixed aperture, and to my surprise I was able to change them. Now, if aperture is on automatic to start off with, you can't change it to a different aperture. ISO, if it's on auto, I don't know if you can change it. You might be able to change it if you start off with auto. But the thing is, I thought that was very interesting, is that you can change the setting while filming. So that's a plus. I know you couldn't do that on the X100F. Well, the firmware that's under 2. Now, one other thing that I have discovered about the camera that I thought was something that was fixed, or kind of fixed. I knew there was some, I knew it wasn't impossible. I thought it was a little bit impossible what I discovered. But recently I put a video out saying that, did Fuji fix, the face detection? Well, it turned out that they fixed it for a particular type of setting. Now I'm going to put out a video out. Basically, the aperture needs to be way down. It needs to be like 1.4 or even maybe 2, so that the face recognition works pretty well. And that's because probably it's not trying to focus at other things. Like right now, I was hearing the lens. Now this is a 16mm lens, and it's auto ISO and auto f-stop, and I can hear it going back and forth, and I'm pretty sure it's really trying to like focus on me. And that's because there's a bright sun on me. I have an ND filter of 3 stops, and it's probably too bright, so it has to increase the aperture while keeping the ISO low to give you the proper exposure. And what's happening is that the aperture, as it increases from 1.4, by 5.6, it really is struggling. I mean, there's a lot of focus hunting, and I think that's something that a lot of Fuji people who use cameras in video mode know, but rarely talk about, or they'll be like, well, it's something that they'll fix, or oh, it's something that it's inherent to the camera, and oh, other people have issues with other cameras or other systems that have the same issue. Well, it hopefully they'll find a fix for it. Hopefully the H1, if there is an H1, the XH1, hopefully, because it's more video centric, they will discover, maybe they'll have a different algorithm, maybe they'll have different hardware, maybe the hardware is different, so that we can get proper face detection. And probably sometime next year I'm going to take out my SL2 and I'm going to try to really do what I did with this Fuji camera. Be interesting to see if the X-T2 does the same thing or not. Oh wow, this thing moved a little bit. I didn't know that, not until now. Well, one thing, of course, while you're driving, you're less focused on the camera and more focused on the road. So, sorry about that. Okay, well, maybe it was focusing on me better, who knows. I think that's it for now. I'll probably report back later in the week. Definitely I'm going to put out some videos on this continuous issue that I have with face recognition. Okay, so I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye-bye.